Listen, Meek Mill is the one that went through what he went through. And so he was the one that was in jail. He was the one that dealt with, I think, not only a prosecutor, but a judge that really should be tried themselves. And if he wants to meet with whoever the hell he wants to discuss issues of justice and injustice, then he's earned the right to do that. So to hell with anybody that says he shouldn't meet with somebody because they don't get it. The question is what comes out of that meeting, and as long as he's not manipulated by those people, then I'm all for him taking this moment and using it as he sees fit.
And if you want the exclusive, you want the tall boy, because he's going to bring you the exclusive.
What's up? This is your man, Jeff Johnson. I'm a man of impact. The real question is, do you want the experience? Because if you do, my man, tall boy, he's going to give it to you. Man Cave is a show like none other. Steve Harvey and I, co-executive producers, brought Man Cave to BET for a late night talk show. My man Slink Johnson, aka Black Jesus, co-signed super producer, and R&B Money Tank come together every Thursday night to have conversation that brothers are having all over the place, but we've never seen it on TV before. Well, I think the issue is that there are people who are now paying attention to women who weren't paying attention before. I mean, it's not as if there's a renaissance of women's leadership. Women's leadership has always been there. Too many men have just been blocking or not giving shine or not recognizing or not advancing. And I think women are saying on their own terms, here's what our leadership is, this is why it's important, and at the end of the day, nobody else will define it except us. I think the question for brothers is, how will we be legitimate allies to our sisters, not just in leadership, but in life? And that's the question that many of us are facing right now. I mean, when you ask me, do I think Kanye's a genius or somebody needs to pull the reins? I mean, I think that Kanye's a complex cat. And so I have not been happy about the comments that he's made. I've not been happy about how he's positioned himself with Trump. But I think Kanye is a genius. I also think Kanye is dealing like a whole lot of other people with stuff, and how he deals with that stuff while personal impacts his brand. So my hope is that Kanye can be his whole self. But I don't have I was very critical of him when he made the remarks about Black history. But I challenge those remarks and then I leave it alone. There's too many other things we got to focus on. And if Kanye has the ability and the will to contribute to our community, then I'm in favor of him. If he doesn't, then best of luck, bro. Listen, man, we needed some beef and some drama in hip hop. They brought it. It's entertaining. Damn. Glad that brother is out. Listen, Meek Mill is the one that went through what he went through. And so he was the one that was in jail. He was the one that dealt with, I think, not only a prosecutor, but a judge that really should be tried themselves. And if he wants to meet with whoever the hell he wants to discuss issues of justice and injustice, then he's earned the right to do that. So to hell with anybody that says he shouldn't meet with somebody because they don't get it. The question is what comes out of that meeting, and as long as he's not manipulated by those people, then I'm all for him taking this moment and using it as he sees fit. I mean, I think most of the time when we talk about Trump, it's a distraction. He is using executive authority to try to build and create the country that he wants to create, but it hasn't made this Congress any more productive. This presidency is dangerous for a number of reasons, and I think most people know what they are. And we should all just keep our eye on the ball and try to push to create the country that we want to see, as opposed to responding to the rhetoric and the show of this president. Let's respond to the anti-movement that challenges the real evil that he's trying to create in this country through policy and executive order. Impact is a manifestation of how our work is in the world. And so I think other people have defined what my impact is. I go to work every day. I attempt to tell stories. I try to share information. I try to do it with a level of passion and honesty and integrity. And thankfully that whether it was on Rap City or whether it's been through my company or whether now through Man Cave, people are feeling it. I think other people ultimately define what our impact is. Listen, I think that it's fantastic that people are getting together to honor and recognize men for what they do. I don't think it happens enough. I think that there's a persistent story about who black men are that is inaccurate. And so thank you. Thank you to the sisters that put this together. Thank you to all the people that supported and sponsored. And let's begin to lift up the people that are doing it in cities all over the country, because we need to hear more stories of men doing great things so we can normalize that, as opposed to pretend like it's some extraordinary, unusual activity.
Did you like the video? That's right. Did you like it? Hit that like button.
Think
subscribe,
big, think tall.
and share
Think
it.
tall boy.
Tall boy. The Tall Boy Experience.